Hello and welcome back to our second installment here on BDPN. I'm Ryan Timmeltine and this is my co-host Sam Alt. Today we'll be talking to special guest Will Wyman, but first let's talk about some local sports action.
This last weekend, the men's and women's cross-country teams traveled to the Mount Sac Invitational in LA. The men finished third and the women finished in 11th.
In other news, the men's and women's water polo team played Jesuit and St. Francis on Tuesday night. The men's team lost 12-4 while the women's team won 19-3.
And now we've got sports analyst and expert Will Wyman. Will, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot for having me on there, Sam.
Ryan, of course. So Will, let's talk about professional sports. What do you think about the Warriors lately?
Well, I think the Warriors this year have been what I might call a disappointment. You see, 3-2 is not what you'd expect from a returning champion. They strengthened their squad in the offseason. They brought in Jordan Bell. I think he's a great rookie from Oregon. He's a great player, real athletic. They brought in Nick Young, one of the better three-point shooters in the league, and they really just have, frankly, the best starting lineup in the league with Kevin Durant, Clay, and Steph, and Draymond. Don't forget about the defensive player of the year.
Don't forget about Zaza.
Well, yeah, Zaza. Wow, what a player. So
what do you think? Why are they struggling? Why?
I really think it's about Kevin Durant's disloyalties come back to bite him. I think it's a karma thing. I think they really have the talent to do it. They really have no excuse. Steve Kerr, he's a fine coach. I think he's all right. Zaza, I don't think he's a great player. He's all right. But Kevin Durant really should be doing better. Steph Curry should be doing better. And as a whole, this team should be number one in the West right now.
I disagree.
Oh, really?
Because, so I think last night Steph Curry went for 30 against the Raptors.
Sure thing.
So how can you call that doing bad?
That's not to say that was a poor choice of words for me. It's not to say Steph isn't doing well, but the team itself is not playing well. I mean, the Raptors. I mean, it's a moderate team from the East.
Frankly, they'll probably be top three.
Top three in the East, not hard to accomplish.
Well, only 3 teams can do it.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great point.
So I don't know if you heard, but a couple days ago, Eric Bledsoe tweeted that he, quote, did not want to be here.
Well, I think that Eric Bledsoe, I think he's a good player. I think his talents are being wasted. The Suns are going to be the worst team in the West. And if he wants to relocate, I think that Milwaukee would be the place for him. I mean, it's a pretty good young team. Obviously, you have Giannis. And, I mean, if Giannis is a good point guard in that system, that's it. The Bucks they're going from here to here. They're moving up. I'd say they slip in a 2 seed. I think they could make it with a good quality point guard like Eric Bledsoe.
Well, I see it as him fitting really well with Utah, with the fit of Rudy Gobert. That'd be a great point guard center duo right there.
It's nice to think about a Gobert Bledsoe pick and roll option. I feel like that would be pretty
It could
good.
be pretty effective, but I think the best place for Bledsoe would be in San Antonio because I think him, Kawhi, and LaMarcus, those three, that would be a real team to beat.
I think that's too much scoring. That was not involved with it.
I mean, but what have we seen from OKC this year? I mean, you have 3 players going at least 20 points a game. If the Thunder can do it, Russell Westbrook, I'm not saying he's a selfish player because he obviously gets a lot of assists, but he likes to be on the ball.
And his usage rate was the highest in the league last year, so
Exactly.
there's no question that he's a ball-dominant guard.
Carmelo Anthony, and he's been the number one option for the Knicks the entire time he's been there. He's their guy. And then Paul George, I mean, he was carrying that Indiana team.
Yeah.
So that's 3 first options in one starting lineup, and they're showing they can work together. They're showing the synergy to get 20 points each a night.
So what do you think about the Kings' new look team this season?
This Kings team for me is really exciting. So we come out of the draft.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, we come out with 5 first-round quality rookies.
I would agree with that.
If you can think about that, De'Aaron Fox 5th pick. This guy's this is gonna be a big player for us in the coming years. He's gonna be a big player for us. You get Justin Jackson and Harry Giles. You combine those two. That's pretty much the 10th pick right there. Exactly what they got for it.
That is, yeah.
And I mean, Harry Giles, huge ceiling. Could be the next Kevin Garnett.
Or he comes on, he just tears the ACL first game.
I mean,
has to retire
that's
because
that's the negative way to look at it.
His knees are just
If you want to be pessimistic about it, then you can say De'Aaron Fox never improves his jump shot. You say that Justin Jackson just stays the way he is. Harry Giles just breaks his knee. Frank Mason doesn't get minutes, and then Bogdan just can't adapt to the NBA game. That's just, so if you want to take a pessimistic view, I want to take an optimistic view. De'Aaron Fox could turn into a great player for us. Justin Jackson, he's got great skills. Harry Giles, he's hurt, but when he comes back, when he's strong, he's athletic. He can get the basket, and he can be a huge presence for us. Frank Mason, best college player of the year. He's a smaller point guard, but with Isaiah Thomas, we've seen that. Another Kings player taking the second round. That it's heart over height. And this kid can play,
Flat out.
Flat out, he can play. And then when we bring in Bogdan from Europe now, Bogdan, wow, he can shoot the ball. He can shoot the ball really well. And the way the Kings are looking now, we got a great team. We have a bunch of young talent. We have great rookies. George Hill, great player. Vince Carter, legend, future Hall of Famer. And these guys are going to show these young Kings how to play like a team, and they're going to show them how to play like championship contenders in the next 5 years.
All right, so Giannis is off to a really fast start. He's just going crazy, just taking over. Do you think he's going to be MVP this year?
Well, Sam, I think that Giannis has to be MVP. He's off to an unbelievable start. He's, like 32 points a game, I think? At least 32 points a game. He's getting the rebounds, and he's distributing the ball really nicely.
Well, you see, I disagree because Giannis is only 22 years old. I have a lot to learn still. He's gonna wear down. I think with Kyrie on this new Celtics team, taking what he learned from LeBron James, he's gonna take this team to new limits, and he's gonna take it all the way this year to the finals, I think, and win this MVP.
I think that is one of the most inaccurate things I've ever heard in my life.
I would agree. How is a 22-year-old going to wear down? It's the old guys the young guys are the guys that can play.
How is Kyrie Irving? That's not even the part I'm concerned about. How is Kyrie Irving going to win the MVP? How is Kyrie Irving going to take the Celtics past the Cavs to the finals?
He's a scoring machine.
But what is he averaging this year?
I have no clue. But he's still a scoring machine.
He
can turn it on when he needs to.
He can turn it on when he needs to. That given, he's clutch. But when they show his plus minus without LeBron on the floor, he can't do it.
Okay.
He can't do it.
Has Giannis done anything yet? Hasn't gone past the first round.
He won a game single-handedly the other night.
Hasn't gone past the first round of the playoffs yet.
Giannis is a physical monster. He's just now starting to own his ball skills, and I cannot express enough how unbelievable you think that Kyrie is going to win MVP over Giannis.
I guarantee you right now, All-Star break, Giannis will be too tired to play at that level he's playing at, and he'll get injured. He'll get injured, or he'll be exhausted.
Giannis is a physical monster. Like Sean Kemp, who's like him? No one's like him. No one's like him. You think that this young kid with these athletic abilities, with these gifts, is going to tire down for Kyrie Irving to take the Gordon Hayward-less Celtics?
Exactly. That's why he's gonna take this team without Gordon Hayward. He's gonna average 25.
So you think Al Horford just said that their chemistry is a work in progress. So you really think that Kyrie Irving, with his pretty much only other star, is going to carry?
Name a star in the Bucks.
Giannis.
Besides Giannis.
All right, Bogdan was Rookie of the Year.
Exactly, but that's the point.
He's high upside.
He doesn't have other stars. He is the team, and so he will accrue the stats that Russell Westbrook did last year.
Exactly.
He won't average a triple-double, but he'll still have the opportunity to put up the points and lead his team, and because without him, they aren't a team.
Now,
Jaylen Brown is leading the Celtics in scoring. It's not.
I know that.
It's not Kyrie.
First of all, it's only 3 games in.
When have you seen an MVP win? When have you seen an MVP win when he has under 15 points per game?
What have you?
When have you seen that?
Never. But it's not. That's
there you go.
It's not going to happen.
End of debate. That's it. Kyrie's not gonna win the MVP.
Okay. Let's move on. Will, Rookie of the Year prediction. Who do you think? I really think it's going to be Jason Tatum, but.
Now that's an interesting point, Sam, because without Gordon Hayward, there is a small forward position that Jason Tatum could fill into nicely, and he could really make some big moves. He's got a lot of skills, he's got a lot of athleticism, and I think he has the mentality to be a good NBA player. With that being said, I think at this point, Rookie of the Year is wide open. I think
anything's wide open at this point.
Oh, of course.
A weekend of the season.
If the Kings were to give De'Aaron Fox more playing time, again, this is a little bit of a bias. The Kings were to give De'Aaron Fox more playing time, I think he could do Rookie of the Year. Lonzo Ball, he's coming close to getting a triple-double, and he looks like he could be a consistently good producer.
A guy that did get a triple-double, Ben Simmons.
Exactly, Ben Simmons. I think it will be Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons is going to do it. I mean, he's showing it. He has a triple-double ability, which in this league is really what you want when you see Russell Westbrook. And I think Ben Simmons, he's on a pretty young 76ers team. He's going to be one of the first options, and that's something you cannot say. He has had, he's been on the bench. He's been learning since he's been hurt, and he has he has an opportunity that the other rookies don't have, or he's been sitting watching this league up close like this for a whole year, and he was already a candidate for Rookie of the Year when he came in last year.
All right, so we got to move on to our next segment, but really quickly before we do that, let's go around. Who do you think is going to be NBA champion? Who's going to be two teams in the finals?
Championship game will be Celtics versus Spurs.
Celtics.
Wow. Spurs. Okay, that's a hot take.
This year.
Okay.
I think this is obviously a conservative claim. It's obviously going to be the Cavs and the Warriors.
Yeah, Cavs Warriors par 4.
I think that the Cavs are going to give them. I think the Cavs are going to win 2 games.
I think
at least.
We'll see.
Well, I appreciate you coming on today.
Thanks for having me. Thanks a lot.
Hope to have you on.
It's been fun
Again.
I hope to be here again.
Thanks for watching BDPN. Come to the football game on Friday against Grant, and
tune in next week. Thank you.